Welcome everyone to another edition of the Joe Passarelli Show, here live on YouTube. So earlier today I watched a video from a good friend of mine, y'all may know him as Duo Dreamer 26, posted a video about one of the most infamous, heat-seeking, and controversial representatives of the YWC, a man who is successful and consistent and prolific with dedicated uploads. The man, the myth, the polarizing individual known as SeanzViewEnt Entertainment. And his video was in response to a video that Sean had done, essentially stating that he was going to commit strictly to YouTube and the internet, and he didn't need to go get a job despite his financial troubles. Now that kind of troubled me, because I feel like that sends a tough message. I know we're stupid people who sit around recording our rambles here on YouTube. I'm new to YouTube. I've just been doing videos for a couple months, trying to make myself known. Certainly, I've learned a lot from SeanzViewEnt Entertainment, both positive and negative. He's actually been someone who I've subscribed and I've watched a lot of his videos, and I think when he sticks to wrestling, man, when he sticks to wrestling and just focuses his energy on that, he is borderline great. Although I do feel a lot of the time he's reading off the dirt sheets and he's injecting his opinions with it. It's a decent presentation, but I do feel like by him doing this, he's setting a bad example to people to say, oh, you can't work and pursue your dream. Guess what? It's America. This is what we do. You know how many people move to Hollywood? They're busting tables, they're waitressing, they're waiters, they're doing what they gotta do, they're pursuing being actors, pursuing being actresses. Wrestlers do it. Everybody does it. Me, myself, I'm a communication graduate from Rhode Island College. I have 2 degrees, actually. I am not currently employed with a radio station. I do put out radio content on the Strike Zone through rickradio.org at 90.7 FM. Have done so for the past 7 years. You want to talk about consistent and prolific? Strike Zone is the longest active running sports show on any radio station, and it's on 90.7 WXIN live in the Providence scene, Providence, Pawtucket, surrounding areas. So you want to talk about consistent and prolific? Not to put myself over. I'm not SeanzViewEnt Entertainment. I wouldn't want to do that. But as I was thinking and brainstorming about this video, more videos started popping up today after I watched Duo Dreamer's video. And, oh man, is there a shitstorm brewing between Canada's Andre Corbiel and SeanzViewEnt Entertainment. Now, long story short, Andre Corbiel is another up-and-coming YouTuber. He has many subscribers. He's got some good interviews with Mick Foley, P.D. Williams, among others. He's really starting to gain traction. He does a show with Big Ray, who's affiliated with the legendary, one of my role models, Bill Apter, and the whole OneWrestling.com scene, and their show, the Can-Am Wrestling Show. And I enjoy their content as well. I actually just started watching Andre Corbiel recently, a few months ago, and I've really started to enjoy his content as well. A little bit different presentation from Sean. Don't get it twisted. I like Sean when he does strictly wrestling. But now we have this whole heat-seeking situation between SeanzViewEnt Entertainment and Andre Corbiel. What happened was Andre Corbiel somehow got flagged and got removed from YouTube. His account, which had many subscribers, which had his Mick Foley interview and a lot of great content with Big Ray, the Can-Am Wrestling Show, and Q&As, and a lot of great stuff he has done, taken off YouTube. Hopefully he had it backed up. I see he's re-uploaded some of the stuff in his newly reinstated account, but he was shut down, and a lot of the subscribers and supporters of Andre Corbiel pointed the figure to SeanzViewEnt Entertainment, who is very polarizing. And this man, what I don't like about him is he pitter-patters. He pitter-patters, and he, to put it in wrestling terms, he doesn't know whether he wants to be a face or a heel. Like, it's one thing if you want to be this polarizing, I don't even want to say, like, Bill O'Reilly type person of the YWC, but that's kind of where you've become, because you're good at getting the news out there, but you always get your little spin. A lot of times your leads don't come true. Case in point, or remember you said Miz and Ziggler were going to be this big tag team to uprise. I was excited to hear about that inside information. That never happened. Now, you do get a hold of some good stuff and some good quotes, and, you have a lot of sources, and I'm not trying to put you down. I'm not trying to bully you. I was bullied growing up. I've seen bullying. I've lost friends who were victims of bullying and ended up committing atrocities. I know a little something about bullying, and you throw that word around like it's a football. You present yourself in the public forum to be judged. And you've done stuff like Exposure Dwayne Johnson, which I can't speak too much of because I wasn't following you when you pulled that stunt. That was kind of after you phased out of your storylines and stuff that a lot of people that I've seen who have complained about your content really weren't feeling was like you're like the Andy Kaufman of the IWC, YWC. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. It may be both. But that's kind of the position where you're at. You have 27,000 subscribers. I have 11. I tip my hat off to you, bro. You do work, you know what I mean? I know one of my good friends, the franchise Brian Sire, Brandon LeMay, actually had some heat with you in the past, too. When I told him I was watching your content, he had spoke about that. And, you know, you're a heat seeker. You put yourself out there. You speak of death threats, like, dude, that's not something to play around with. Like, if you're actually having death threats, you should probably not be talking about it on YouTube. You should probably go to the police, man. Like real talk. Like, you don't play around with death threats. That's not something to joke around about. You throw that around loosely, too. You know what I mean? This whole association with your group Machinima, I think that's great as long as you're providing and making money and, you know. Again, what I have a problem with the initial video, which what Duo Dreamer posted about, you're setting a bad example for people to say not to work. Me personally, I'm a communication graduate from Rhode Island College. I still do a lot of freelance stuff through YouTube, through internet radio, all of that. But, I mean, I work 3 part-time jobs just to try to make ends meet. I'm struggling just like a lot of college graduates. I'm honest. I said I'd talk about personal stuff on this YouTube. I'm honest, I'm not where I want to be. I'm involved in a lot of different projects between RICW, between the Strike Zone, between all the other radio endeavors I've done. I haven't coined a lot of bank from it. I'm kind of live the starving artist mentality, so I can understand what Sean's View Entertainment is saying in a way, because I mean, I've lived that lifestyle too. I'm 29 years old. I'm not in the position I want to be in life, and that's a shoot, brother. That is a shoot. You want to talk about storylines? I don't storyline. There's a saying that I say, and that's keep it real or keep it moving. That's one thing I'm not going to do, YouTube, as you get to know me throughout these videos. I'm not going to bullshit you, man. I'm a straight shooter. Sometimes my opinions are a little bit, they're a little bit controversial, and I'll admit that. And that's one thing I respect about Sean's View. He's not afraid to be controversial. Like I said, in many ways, he has influenced me, just like Duo Dreamer, just like Andre Corbiel and Big Ray and Bill Apter and the TV Tracks gang and a lot of people that I now subscribe. And I don't really watch TV. I watch that stuff on YouTube. That's kind of my thing. Like, it's really motivated me to step up and try to, like I said, I'm a small fish in a huge ocean and trying to just gain some traction, and I want to thank all the subscribers. I want to have a big shout out to Jason Jazanowski, one of my newest subscribers, my co-host from the Strike Zone. Follow his Instagram, The Sampler. He does tremendous work, sampling all the new products, and he really definitely, check him out on Instagram. Hopefully some YouTube stuff coming from him as well. I'll feature him on my show. I want to get him some exposure. And I'm all about working as a team, and you'll see my team more and more with these videos as we start to progress. But all in all, I hope I never get intertwined in like a IWC beef, YWC beef, because I think it's kind of petty. I think it defeats the purpose of us going out here and trying to work together and trying to, look out for each other. I think on both ends it's not handled the greatest, but Corbeil, to me, like, I respect him. He goes out, he gets interviews as well. I'm a guy who likes interviews. I've interviewed Steve Carino on my show. I've interviewed Sarah Del Rey. I'm going to be interviewing the Warbeard Hansen from Ring of Honor, newly signed and the top prospect winner, making waves over there. Just next week on the Strike Zone. Mike Bennett, the Juice JT Dunn, the list goes on and on. So I'm a guy who appreciates the interviews, and Andre Corbiel has put interviews out, as well as Big Ray and Bill Apter with their work they do. I like the trio of them. I started watching Andre Corbiel through Big Ray and Bill Apter and saw the Can-Am thing, so the whole kind of domino effect of finding out people. But all in all, I'm not taking sides on this whole thing. I'm just putting it out there. This is crazy. It's internet drama on both ends. To me, Corbeil seems like a chill guy. He's just, I do think some of his supporters are taking it a bit much. But at the same time, like, if there actually is death threats, those need to chillax. Because, come on, man, this is YouTube. This is not done for that kind of shenanigans and crap. Are you freaking kidding me? Screw all that, man. We're adults. Let's represent the IWC and YWC better. And, you know, Sean, he talks out of both sides of his mouth, and sometimes he plays the heel. Oh, screw the IWC, screw the YWC. I'll never put anyone over. I'll never help anyone out. Machinima, machinima. I don't know what machinima is. All I know is he likes saying it very, very fast, rapidly. I'm here. I'm SeanzViewEnt Entertainment. Machinima, machinima. Welcome to another edition. I mean, ooh, yeah, welcome to another. Hold on. Welcome to Raw is No gimmicks. Keep it real. Joe Passarelli. Hope to never get intertwined in a YouTube beef like Andre Corbiel and SeanzViewEnt Entertainment have. And I hope the heat can cool down, because they both put out good content. For Sean, you know, he's done better with the lack of storyline, you know, none of that storyline garbage. I haven't really seen much of it since I've been watching him in the past year, so it seems like he's cooled down with that. But, you know, the whole insinuation of death threats and the whole being a role model and you know, not encouraging people. Like, look, I went to college, I have 2 degrees, I work 3 jobs, I'm still struggling. I've made some bad decisions, I've not accrued and saved up the money I should have saved, but you know what, I'm still standing, and that's kind of a motto. Keep it real, keep it moving, roll the dice, and man, I'm still standing. That's a motto in life. But you know what, glad to see Andre Corbiel is back on YouTube and putting out great content. Also, you know, enjoy Sean as well. I'm not trying to shoot on Sean, but at the same time, I hope the both of them can just move on from it. I don't want this to completely, like, and you know Sean, once he gets this in his head, it's going to be video after video of this, and he's going to lose sight of the WWE videos. Also, Corbeil has a little bit of, like I said, he does the interviews, he covers TNA, Ring of Honor. He's a lot more broad, and I like what he does, where Sean has his niche, and I enjoy what he does with that niche. But at the same time, stop taking yourself so seriously, man. You know, like, calm down, and you know, like, it's one thing if, like, hey, you're gonna jeopardize yourself by not getting a job, but don't put the messes out there. I saw some of the comments, and some of the people are 14, 13, that they're talking about, you know, these 30-year-olds need to grow up, and ain't that the truth? But, you know, seriously, like, calm down with it, the both of you. Yeah, I mean, stop sweating each other and just focus on the great content that the both of you put out. And Sean, stop with the drama, man. Like, grow up, dude. From me to you. I know you know what I mean? I've struggled with immaturity myself, but bro, grow up. Seriously. Stop being a ham and egger, man. Seriously. Alright, this is Joe Passarelli, the man also known as Joey Dice out there in certain wrestling circles, but, the man, the co-host from the Strike Zone. You know me. Keep subscribing to my channel. Andre Corbiel, SeanzView. Best of luck to you. And this is another edition. Yeah, another edition of the Joe Passarelli Show.